Good afternoon. Ron Hamilton here in Speech 1010, actually completing Unit 6 of my speech class. Why a certain skill is necessary to be successful in my career field. Well, it's going to be twofold. Certain skills in my career field, as you know, I work for the fire department. I've been here about 20 years. And my pet peeve or my skill, I guess you want to say, or be successful, is self-extrication and taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself, some people may say that's not really a skill, but it is actually a skill in our line of work. There's a chart. It's called line of duty deaths, and you may get on to me about or gig me on the actual visual aid or anything like that. It won't transfer back and forth. So I'm going to go back primitive and actually showing you a chart of the National Fire Academy, the deaths that actually happened. As you can see, since 1977, this chart has been going on, and they've been keeping stats of them. That 157, as you see in that first box right there, since 77, that's 157 deaths. And it goes all the way up, all the way down, and pretty much tracking things on. If you look at 2001, what happened in 2001, as you see, your 443. Well, that's when 343 firefighters died in September 11th. That's why that number is so high. And these numbers pretty much average as 100. And actually, all the way down to 2019, we actually have 48. Some people might say, oh, that's good. Well, 48 still one too many, or 47 too many. Line of duty deaths, again, is line of duty, LODD as we call them. And again, what we call self-extrication. So self-extrication, if you look at some of these line of duty deaths, is called disoriented firefighters. Several years ago, back in 2007 in June, this thing called Charleston 9. I mean, 9 firefighters died in a fire in Charleston, South Carolina, because basically, actually, they shouldn't went in, and I'm not going to sit here in hindsight 2020 it, but they went in along with several others, and 9 firefighters were disoriented, didn't know where they were. Alarms started blaring and things like that, and it was intense fire. And as they became disoriented, they couldn't get themselves out. Again, I wasn't there. I didn't see, don't know the exact extremes of it. But in recruit school, what I teach a lot around here is actually self-extrication. That means how you would bail out of a window or stay low and being able to breathe, buddy breathe, and things like that. That's a skill that we practice here in Coweta County every year. In recruit school, we're intense about it, and that's one of the things that we pretty much strive is self-extrication. The other one I talked about was taking care of yourself. Well, again, that is a skill. NFPA devised a number, I guess you want to say, or a physical. It's called 1582. 1582 is actually in-depth physical. It's more so for like DOT, Department of Transportation people. It's not the physical that we took years ago where you just went to a doctor and vision check and things like that and said, okay, yes, she was okay. Well, as firefighters, we need a more intense physical. A lot of these line of duty deaths that I showed you on these charts, especially back in the 70s, were due to heart attacks. And if we can pretty much find this heart attack or find different reasons of why people have had heart attacks and things like that, that's what NFPA actually did, and prevent them, then that's what we're doing right now. As a matter of fact, about 2, 3, 4 years ago, we just started that program here in Coweta, and it actually caught a couple of, prevented a couple of heart attacks. The doctors were writing letters back and forth to the actual patients, the firefighters, and saying, hey, if you do this, if you do that, you'll be able to prevent this. And they're still here. They feel better, they look better, they're eating better, and things and all like that. But again, these are the 2 skills that are going to be needed in the fire service. I know this is only 4 minutes, and it may ding me again, but thank you very much.